Well, women from all different backgrounds came together to celebrate and learn from each other at the Inspiring Women Conference today. As Michaela Henschel reports, given the recent political movement, the unity of women right here at home is more important than ever before.
Just a decade ago, the women's movement was a much different scene, and KT & Co owners Tara and Kelly wanted to unite and inspire like-minded local women.
We shouldn't have to go out of town to explore and celebrate and learn and network, and so we decided, well, let's give it a go, and so we did.
Now, 7 years later, the Inspiring Women's Conference is bigger than ever. The day not only provides women with networking opportunities, but sessions to explore the topics of identity, wellness, and finance.
Challenge yourself, what am I about, what are my interests, and maybe take that first step towards the thing that's challenging you, that you have kind of going on in your mind. Maybe you want to go and try it and just, develop some skills to work towards our goals.
Today, women around the globe are using their platform to speak up and unite. The conference provides local women to do the same while also acknowledging everyday struggles.
I think it's important to show everyone that it's okay to have fears or to have questions about where you're headed or where you want to go, but that everyday, and I'm going to use this term loosely, everyday ordinary women are accomplishing amazing things, and it starts with one step.
While every woman in the room may have a different story, the conference provides a unique outlet to empower women to create a stronger, more female-driven future.
Finding something that you're passionate about, conquering your fears, and going for it and making things happen that are important to you. So every single individual here today has experienced some level of, challenges in their lives, and some challenges are worse than others, but each one has experienced resilience and has hope.
Michaela Henschel, Newcap News.
Christian Immigrant Support Services, or CISS, officially opened in Lloydminster this afternoon at Southridge Community Church. CISS originally operated out of Edmonton, matching immigrants with Canadian citizens, providing job training, and helping their children with homework. The nonprofit organization has worked with immigrants from more than 30 countries with different backgrounds and religious beliefs.
We use Christian principles, but we serve all immigrants. They don't have to be Christians.
Belenga, who is an immigrant himself, says integrating into broader communities rather than small silos of similar people better helps immigrants in adjusting to their new lives.
We are trying to build Lloydminster community, not African community or Filipino community or whatever other community.
First up is establishing relationships with other services in the city.
We want to see who is doing what so that we're not duplicating the services but filling in the gap where there's gaps.
Belenga plans to use previous programs from his time in Edmonton, including summer camps and multicultural celebrations. And we have two cuddly cats in the adoption spotlight this week. Big Mac is an avid bird watcher, and Patricia just can't get enough of those belly rubs. Here's Morgan from the SPCA.
This strapping young man is Big Mac. Big Mac has always been an outgoing and social guy. If he sees you walking by his kennel, he'll be sure to catch you with his paw and ask you to stay and visit a while. Never in a hurry, Big Mac enjoys bird watching and shooting the breeze. He is happy to spend his time just hanging out with you and brushing up on his knowledge of birds. If you're looking for a four-legged friend to keep you company, then Big Mac will be the perfect cat for you. Be sure to visit the SPCA and say hi to Big Mac today. This sweet little girl is Patricia. Patricia came into the shelter just after the holidays, looking a little worse for wear. The tips of her ears had suffered some frostbite damage, but with a warm place to sleep and a consistent meal, they're healing nicely. Patricia remains hopeful that her new home is right around the corner. Her great personality and need for affection makes her hard to pass up on. Patricia has lots of love to give, and she enjoys cuddling and giving out kisses. It won't be long until she's settled in and snuggled up for a nap. If you're looking for a cat to spoil and love, Patricia is the one for you. So stop by the SPCA and meet her today.
This is Newcap Sports.
The annual High Moral Tournament kicked off Friday, and in traditional manner, one of the first teams on the LCHS gym floor was wearing purple and gold. In this case, it was the girls' team, and although the Barons girls didn't win on the scoreboard, they're winning in other ways. Lance Phillips has more.
The 27th edition of the Hugh Morrell Border Classic began Friday with the Barons senior girls squad opening against Edmonton's Lillian Osborne Legends. It's a tournament that holds a special place in the hearts of players and coaches at Lloydminster's only public high school.
Obviously, it's been an ongoing tournament for many years, and so it's important for us to, have a good showing.
Yeah, it means a lot to me. I'm very honored to be playing. Yeah, it's great. Yeah.
An opening loss to the Legends wasn't what the Barons had hoped for, but not totally unexpected given the team's young roster.
We have one grade 12, we have 5 11s, and then the rest are 10s. So we have a young crew, but an eager crew, and the progression has been amazing that they've transformed this season and their level of confidence and their level of play.
With the Barons almost assured a spot in the provincial championship, progressing to that point is paramount. But Weeb and her young team have found perspective in what really matters.
I've always said that our victories aren't based off of the numbers on the scoreboard. Like I said, we've progressed and we've focused a lot on the pace of our play, our transition play, our working on a press and applying that pressure and making baskets off of that. So I'm very pleased with the level of progress that these girls have made and will continue to make throughout the season.
Lance Phillips, Newcap Sports, Lloydminster.
The historic Hugh Morrell Tournament also gave opportunity for a local organization a chance to show off some new pieces of equipment for a great cause. With February being Cancer Awareness Month, officials with the Lloydminster Basketball Officials Association are showing support with a new campaign that kicked off in the Lloyd Comp Gym Friday.
Lloydminster Basketball Officials Association always feels that they're part of the community as much as the teams and the players and the coaches, so we look for ways that we can put back into the community, and one way we can do that is through our Pink Whistle campaign, and that's to bring awareness to cancer and cancer research.
The officials are wearing the pink whistles at games throughout the month of February. In addition to the new gear, officials are taking action on a new fundraising initiative.
We have purchased pink whistles, of which every official has purchased one. And then on top of that, they're donating a minimum of one game back to cancer research. So, at the end of the day, we're hoping that we'll be able to raise $2,000 or $3,000 towards cancer research, and every dollar counts.
The hope is that the campaign becomes an annual event and that whistles aren't the only bit of pink attire.
Right now, we're pink whistles. Maybe next year it'll be pink shoelaces or something along that line. That's something to think about for future fundraisers.
If you wish to donate to the Pink Whistle campaign, the officials will accept checks at any Lloydminster basketball game they're overseeing. And that's your first look at sport. Gerard Lampo has your weather details next. Stay with us.
This is Newcap weather.
Welcome to it, everyone. So we're looking at that system that's pushing out of BC, but our story for the next little while will simply remain about the cold, and it seems that that'll probably save us from having to do some shoveling. Places like Prince George, for example, if you've got friends and relatives there, they're dealing with upwards of 30 centimeters, Environment Canada is saying, going into tomorrow evening, Wednesday evening, and some of this could extend from tomorrow evening into Friday. Parts of southern Alberta, Lethbridge, Calgary, and so on. With this system that's pushing out of BC, looks like they're dealing with probably a similar story. Well, at the moment, they're under winter storm watches for Lethbridge and Calgary areas. So looks like we're stuck with the cold air. The system is pushing out of BC, but it looks like because the cold air is dominant, looks like it'll track towards the international border. And we'll get some of it, yes, but not the bulk that we're seeing there at the moment. So we'll wait to see how that plays itself out. And look at the temperatures. The shade of the map has actually changed there. I was trying to make it a little lighter, but this is what it is at the moment. Minus 19, put again about 8 or 10 degrees on that at best by tomorrow afternoon there. But it'll still feel like minus 29, minus 30, minus 16 Edmonton and Lac La Biche, you're heading out in those direction, minus 15 around Provost Macklin areas, and for Townstar on northeast, minus 18 again, so put about 10 degrees on that for Isle Cross, minus 19 in St. Walburg, Battleford's areas. So that's what we're dealing with going forward there, and looks like we're stuck with those numbers, at least not too much shoveling to do. Let's cross to Vancouver, where they've got showers sitting at 8, minus 15 and overcast in Edmonton, minus 20, mainly clear evening out to Yellowknife. At Whitehorse, some cloud cover and maybe 1 or 2 flurries for minus 16, mainly clear in Regina, minus 22, and again feeling like a minus 32, minus 18 for Winnipeg. Heading to Toronto now for minus 9, mainly clear there, minus 11 and overcast in Quebec, minus 3 in Halifax there, and minus 3 as well for St. John's, and a clear evening in Iqaluit for their minus 33. So back to the Battlefords then, stopping off for a mainly clear evening for minus 20, and again, yeah, feeling like a minus 30. Minus 29 is possible in the early hours of the morning, and with the winds west around 15 kilometers per hour, probably we'll see that wind chill anywhere around minus 39, minus 40, rounded off there. Minus 19 at best during the course of the afternoon, but still cold. Minus 20, mainly clear in Cold Lake and parts of the Lakeland region, feeling like minus 27. Minus 27 is possible on the overnights to the early hours of the morning. Put 10 degrees on that there, so anywhere from minus 35 to minus 37, honestly, and minus 17 at best during the course of the day. For ourselves, Lloydminster, the Midwest region, we're dealing with minus 22. That feels like minus 34. The winds west at 22 kilometers per hour. Minus 26 in the early hours of the morning. This morning, I think the kids were dealing with wind chills around minus 34 while they were waiting for the school bus. So again, make sure you've got that extra sweater around, and yeah, minus 19 at best during the course of the afternoon, but similar conditions to what we've been seeing. And for the next little while going forward, we're stuck with these double minuses, at least till about Sunday, minus 9 at best, but there are trace amounts of flurries around, certainly at about an odd 20-25% as we can expect. You get a glancing blow from the system as it pushes off there. Minus 6 on Monday, minus 10 next Tuesday, and again with about a 30% chance we could see some light snowfall.
This is Newcap Sports.
Well, the focus for any hockey team is on wins and points, but what the players do within the community can be just as important as their on-ice performance. In this week's Beyond the Boards, Eric Friesen shows us how the Bobcats are giving back.
The Bobcats are used to entertaining fans at the Civic Center with big goals and clutch saves, but Friday night they put on a different kind of show. The inaugural Evening Out with the Bobcats gave fans here in Lloydminster the chance to meet their favorite players and enjoy some live entertainment.
We have tremendous support here in Lloyd. Every year I've been here, the fans have been terrific. So, to host an event like this, it's a lot of fun. It gives a little face time from players to fans and that, and, a couple raffle prizes here and there, so it's a good time.
It's a good night, lots of people coming out, and it's a good community thing to promote our team and kind of just give back to the community for everything they do for us.
While the players are the faces of the team, Bobcats business manager Kat Pollard says the people working behind the scenes are essential for putting together this kind of an event.
And as I do it.
Well, it takes a lot of people. We have a great organizing committee that has come together and tried to put this on and just do a big fundraiser for the Bobcats. It takes a lot actually to run a hockey team, and this is a chance for us to, yes, say thank you to our fans, give them somewhere to come for a date night or something like that.
Yeah, they did a great job. There's a lot of work, as you can tell from all the prep, but nothing but good things to say about what they did here tonight.
Hopefully next year we'll come back bigger and better, be able to sell more tickets, have more silent auction items, just make it bigger than it is right now.
Eric Friesen, Newcap Sports.